Anyway, our good old friend Harry should be back.
Oh good, Harry's back.
Great to meet you. You're Gillian Seed, right? Haven't we met somewhere before?
No, I don't believe so.
Really? Well, I guess I must be imagining things.
I do have to say, the quality of the voices in this game is quite amazing. Well, let's be honest with ourselves here. This is a CD quality audio, but it is a Sega CD. It's not some kind of amazing thing we've got today, or even early PC stuff where they were still loading everything off discs. Well, what I'm really trying to say here is that it's not as advanced as it may seem. Still, the quality of the voices is quite good. And I suppose it helps that most of the disk space wasn't wasted on shitty FMVs. Anyway, what is up with that fucking poster? Not much we can do about it, can we? This is very old. This kind of printing technology hasn't been used since the last century. Keep your hands off that, will you? It's getting pretty fragile. Who is that on the fucking poster anyway? They look weird. Their lips are fucking weirding me out. Okay, so now we can talk about certain things. Let's start with the blasters.
Oh, that's right. Don't panic yourself. I got it right over here. This is your blaster, the official weapon of a junker. It's got full user feedback circuitry, adjusting itself to your reaction time. In other words, it's just as good as you are. What do you think? Here, see how she feels.
It's unbelievably light.
You bet it is. This ain't one of those ray guns the Army uses. She's put together with the latest carbon polymers and ceramics, not affected by heat one bit. And her ergonomic design optimizes both functionality and firepower. Well, what do you think, Gillian?
I'll take it.
I like the bit where it adjusts to your reaction time. So basically, if you're good, then the gun is gonna be good. But if you suck ass, then the gun's gonna suck ass too. Good to know, I guess. First you have to get used to things, the rest can come later. Use the Junker's Eye practice system down in the shooting range to get used to your blaster. You know, that booth we just saw in the shooting range. I took a look at your practice results. Not bad. You got a pretty steady hand there, mister. This gun is designed to bring out the best in whoever's using it. The more you use it, the better and more powerful you'll get. That's a lie, by the way. Well, sort of. I mean, the weapon's power isn't going to increase or decrease depending on your skill, because it only takes one shot to destroy anything. It's just a matter of giving it a bit of flavor. Now, how about them navigators? I think this is the best part of the game. Well, one of them at least.
I know. All right, allow me to introduce the Navigator, which I designed especially for you. Hey, Metal Gear, get out here.
He's a little smaller than you expected, isn't he?
Metal, introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Pleased to meet you, Gillian. I am Metal Gear Mach 2. I am programmed to be your personal assistant.
Metal Gear? That's a pretty weird name.
Oh, he's cute. Thank you.
I think he's turning red. I took his basic design and his name from the Metal Gear menace of the late 20th century. But quite unlike that Metal Gear, this one was designed for peaceful purposes.
That's quite amazing. I wonder if we looked up Solid Snake on Jordan, would we be able to find his ID file? We're gonna need to try that. But wasn't his real name like David or something? Whatever. Navigators are designed from the start as a junker's investigative assistant. on-site detection, analysis, recording, communications, you name it. They're packed with features. And Metal Gear here is the latest model. What about an attack system? Don't they carry any weapons? Afraid not. They're unarmed. After all, the main idea behind the Navigator is to assist in the investigation's data management. But they do have a save function. It allows you to save your game at the exact spot you saved in, which is truly impressive. In the same way, you can use the light function to help you see in the dark, because he has a flashlight installed as well. Pretty nifty. Told you they were nice to have around. How about communications? Does he have some kind of a radio? Oh, he's got something even better, boy. There's a video phone installed. Just select Metal Gear command and then use video phone. In theory, you can use it anywhere, but you have to watch out for interference. Sometimes the signal just can't get through. You're an engineer. Tell me more about how the Snatchers are built. Well, it's odd, but we've never been able to get a specimen. They're always stolen or have self-destructed. They have any weaknesses? They're built really well, so it's tough to destroy them outright. Try to immobilize them. They've got these slits on their head for some reason. A well-placed shot there will often destroy their control functions. That's why it's important to practice your marksmanship.
I have a video phone call from Jack Gibson coming in. Connecting.
Junker HQ, this is Gibson. I've cornered a probable male snatcher. I'm in the abandoned factory in the M district. Request immediate backup.
Gillian, that means you. You better head out right away. Jean needs your help.
We must hurry. We'll use a turbocycle to travel to the scene.
Be careful, Gillian.
Ah, shit, things are getting serious.
This is a turbocycle, specially designed for junker use. In addition to three-wheeled ground travel, it is capable of hovering and high-speed flight. The vehicle is also VTOL capable, so takeoffs and landings in narrow areas present no difficulty.
A flying tricycle, huh? I just came in on one of these things.
We have been assigned this vehicle for use in our investigations.
Damn, these junkers are packing. Not just packing heat, packing all kinds of cool gadgets and now flying tricycles. That's pretty amazing. In case you're wondering, no, you don't have to control this thing by yourself. Thank fuck, because it looks like it would be a complicated piece of shit of a mess. Anyway, just choose your location, well, the location of your destination, I suppose. You could say it like that, yeah. Fucking idiot. And just select where you go and you go.
Now departing for the abandoned factory.
My first day on the job, and now this. Ace Junker Gibson has cornered a suspected snatcher. I wonder if this guy really is a snatcher. Guess I'll find out now if all that training really paid off.
You hear that disgusting screeching that the turbocycle is emitting right now? Well, if it so happens that you are playing with a pirated version, or if your emulator isn't set up correctly, well, you're gonna love hearing that sound, because this is where the game's anti-piracy features kick in, and you are stuck in that cutscene where you see Gillian looking menacingly down the screen and thinking, but you don't hear the thinking, you don't hear the music for that matter either, and it's just stuck there, and the screeching increases in pitch. And it keeps going forever, until eventually your eardrums rupture and you are left wondering what the fuck was that all about. Well, I don't really know how I can help you out with some of the emulators out there, but in case you're using Kega Fusion, just make sure to set your perfect synchronization on and use alternate timing. That's it. we've arrived at the abandoned factory. This is where Sean called from. Now this is the part where we get to actually do stuff other than talking. And this is also the part of the game where you will have to quickly realize that sometimes you need to have a closer look at things, which means to double or even triple check a thing that you already looked at, which can extend the gameplay a little bit without really needing to. So if this is something that bothers you, well, unfortunately you'll just have to deal with it. Let's have a look around. It's a battered old factory. Judging from its design, I'd say it dates from the period where manned production techniques were still used. It appears abandoned. Really, what tells you that? The sky is getting quite dark. It looks like a storm may be coming in. The building is heavily damaged. It's probably been abandoned since the last century. There's no sign that anybody's around. Are you reading anything? Can't tell from here, we'll have to move inside. It has an eerie atmosphere about it, this building. Yeah, but why are we looking around? Why don't we just go in? Well, I'll explain soon, but just keep looking around. Staring at the sky like that isn't gonna bring rain, you know.
Oh no!
What was that?
A male scream. Perhaps something has happened to Jean-Jacques. Gillian, please use extreme caution. I read multiple moving objects within the factory. This could indicate the presence of Snatchers or Insectors.
Insectors? What in the world's that?
A spider-like robot used by Snatchers as security devices. Though compact in size, they are armed with needle guns. Use extreme caution.
This game loves to hype you up for all kinds of danger. It's ridiculous. It's never as dangerous as we make it out to be, but damn do they love to hype that up. It gets your fucking hair standing up. Really gets you cautious and everything, nervous. It's getting you paranoid. Is that saying die punk? What the fuck? This is the spot where he placed that video phone call. Another reason why you have to investigate the outside until you hear the incredibly loud scream is because if you walk in too early, the thing that you're supposed to find doesn't actually load in. Which is shitty. But that's what you have to do. Now, there isn't much you can do in some of these rooms, so don't waste too much time, but there are certain interesting things you can do around here, like this motion detector thingy. I have just recently discovered it myself. If you take a look at the motion detector a second time... Oh, I'm picking something up! It's headed this way? Really, what direction is it coming from? Dead ahead, 10 meters. 9, 6, 7? The other way around, but sure. That's impossible, I don't see anything. 5, 4, 3 meters? Target identified, it's just a fly. Fuck you, Metal Gear, you bastard.
What the?
It's Little John!
Little John?
Yes, Jean-Jacques Gibson's personal navigator.
In case you were wondering, personal navigators don't exactly look the same way as our good old friend Metal Gear. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, as you can see, he looks a little different. I wonder if there's some kind of a reference to this. I gotta say, his legs look a little weird. At least the one on the left. Looks a bit like a nose, doesn't it? Little John's been demolished. There's no way to repair damage this bad. Well, can we investigate him? There's probably something useful on him. This charring indicates he was hit by fire from a laser cannon. Nearly all his circuits are burned completely through. His functions have been completely terminated. Nevertheless, his memory may be all or partially intact. Where is Gibson? A navigator never leaves his runner's side unless there is a very serious reason. We have to hurry. But what about the memory chip?
Well, what do you think? Can you get this memory chip out of there in one piece?
I will attempt it. Now retrieving memory chip. Memory chip retrieved.
Nice. And there's nothing else left to do around here, so let's keep on moving. Not much to see here either, so let's keep on moving. Wait, where's a figure on the floor? And that's the thing that doesn't load in if you walk in too early. But, kinda interesting actually. Makes you wonder, where exactly is this person? Because yes, that is a person. Before the screaming happens. Well, you never get to see him until this point. So yeah, investigate the outside until you hear the scream. Then you can go inside. Anyway, shall we have a look at our friend down there? See what's up with him?
Dear God.
That doesn't look good at all, man. Gibson. It's Gibson. My god, his head's been twisted completely off. That's horrifying. What the hell happened to him? I wish I didn't have to meet him like this. He dropped his blaster here. It's been crushed flat. This would take incredible strength. Oh no. That doesn't look good. Let's investigate poor Gibson, see what we can learn from what remains of him. He's still warm. That scream we heard was no doubt his. What killed him? His head has been twisted off. He died instantly. It would take incredible strength to do this. Could it be a Snatcher? Look, Jean's holding something in his right hand. For your convenience, I will include subtitles for the more difficult to hear parts of the dialogue, like here. Because, sure, I can hear him just fine with some paying of attention, but I understand that some people may not be able to understand some of the dialogue because of the music. You're welcome. I have not investigate yet. Keep on looking at the stuff. What about his clothes? There was a key in one of his pockets. There's a scrap of paper in one of his pockets. And that's all you'll find in the clothes, so don't bother looking at that stuff anymore. It's hair. He's holding several stands of hair. In addition, there is skin tissue under his nails, probably from him scratching his attacker. Okay. So now that we got all of this stuff, we got quite a menu of stuff to investigate. So, let's get to it. This, I believe, is one of the coolest things about this game. It isn't much, all things considered, but man, I just love the detail they put into this shit. Let's do it.
Now analyzing recovered hair sample. Analysis complete. Results on the display. 1. Chromosomal analysis of cells from the papilla and root reveal 46XY. Subject is male. 2. Hair color, brown. Hair structure reading of 65 indicates European subject, wavy hair. 3. Attachment of root structure and thickness of the base of the strand suggest hair was pulled out of follicle. 4. Enzyme antibody analysis indicates subject is blood type A, Rh factor negative. 5. Cell component distribution indicates presence of artificial protein compounds. The results of the analysis strongly suggest that the strand of hair was pulled from
Man, I love this shit. I mean, they didn't need to go through all of this effort to put in so much detail for just the fucking hair of somebody, but they did, and I love it. It just makes it all more believable that we're in the fucking future with robots like Metal Gear here. However, if you try to analyze the hair again, Metal Gear will just tell you that he's already done that and remove it from your list of options. Kinda useful if you're getting a little confused as to what you've done already.
Now analyzing recovered tissue sample. Analysis complete. Results on the display. 1. Enzyme antibody analysis indicates subject is blood type O, Rh factor negative. 2. Chromosomal analysis of cells in the sample reveal 46XX. Subject is female. 3. Cell component distribution indicates presence of artificial protein compounds. 4. Number of melanocytes in sample indicates that subject is Caucasian. The results of the analysis strongly suggest that the tissue sample, a cluster of skin cells, was scraped from the subject during a struggle with Jean. These skin cells almost certainly came from a female European, blood type O negative Snatcher.
Maybe there's more than one Snatcher involved. Gibson said I've cornered a probable male Snatcher. And now we're suddenly talking about female Snatchers? There's definitely more than one. What about the blaster? It's an old type blaster, it's definitely Jean's. Still warm, he probably fired several shots. Bending a blaster like this is well beyond the strength of any human. No doubt it was a Snatcher.
Now making incision in Jean's stomach to analyze organic compounds present. Analysis complete. Results on the display. Results of the analysis indicate the organic compounds are primarily composed proteins that have been exposed to digestive acids for approximately 3 hours. Amino acid structure of the protein suggests the meat is that of a buffalo.
Buffalo meat?
Yes, buffalo meat. The results indicate that Jean ate buffalo meat somewhere about 3 hours before he was killed.
We should search Jean's personal belongings, something may turn up. You're right, we might find some kind of a clue. Now you might be wondering, what's up with that buffalo thing? Well, it ain't buffalo bullshit, that's for sure. It is important to this game, so... yeah, that was needed. Don't miss out on it. What is this key for? I don't know of anywhere where old keys like this are still used. It's written on ordinary paper. You may be thinking, what the fuck, why am I not getting these items? You're supposed to look at them, not investigate them. Yeah, I know, it's a little awkward, but just go along with it. This item is quite an antique. Metal, hang on to this key as evidence, okay? Alright. Search the house. What is that supposed to mean? Who knows? These could be Sean's last words. Metal, keep this as evidence, will you? Alright. Uh-oh.
I'm reading movement.
Who the fuck is that? Hey, wait a minute, there's 2 of them. That ain't right. Something...
Snatchers?
Unable to confirm. I suggest we investigate.
Is this really a good thing to do? Let me save the game. I mean, seriously, somebody just got his head twisted off and they're just gonna investigate 2 random bums that ran past the doorway here? I don't know, it doesn't sound like a good idea to me, but sure, it's something we have to do. A dead end? Where the fuck did the Snatchers go? It's uncomfortably quiet here. Yeah, I bet it is. It's blocked by a cave-in. We can't go any farther. Are you okay, Gillian? That's weird, I was fine until a moment ago. Please stay quiet. What's wrong, Metal? Maybe it's a sensor defect, but I think I'm picking a sound off in the distance. Can you hear it? That's odd. Seems like my ears are going out on me. Maybe it's due to a change in air pressure. Yeah, you can hear it too, can't you? Yeah, something's ticking. I can hear something. I can't hear a thing. Can you hear it? No. Well, he can't, but we can. I can hear something. I can't hear anything. You can hear a sound like that of a timer. I know there's something you can do to trigger a funny little bit of dialogue. Here we go. Turn up the volume on your TV. Can you hear that? It sounds like a clock. A little bit of fourth wall breaking right there. But let's move back. I can hear something. I'm picking something up from the direction of Little John. I thought his functions were totally dead. Let's investigate him. Let's look at him. Yeah.
Whoa!
Time bomb!
Evacuate immediately! There is little time!
To be fair, when I looked at it the first time, I thought it was like a piece of a drill equipment or something. It didn't click with me that it's a bomb until we told that. You may notice that the game's volume is a little lower than normal at this point in time, and yes, that's normal. What's also normal is that the dialogue was moving on its own, and now we get to shoot a little bit. The interesting thing is that only some of the sounds are lower. Firing your gun is still louder, or rather, as loud as it's supposed to be normally. Yeah, we're shooting in sectors. These are not as aggressive or difficult to kill as Snatchers because, well, they're tiny and they're entirely made of destructible stuff. They're not very tough, and this first time, you probably won't have a hard time beating them. The motion reading has vanished. But the ticking goes on.
We're getting out of here!
Sorry, I cannot go with you!
What's wrong with you? Hurry it up!
I am incapable of locomotion!
What on earth are you blabbering about? Let's go! It's gonna blow!
Please save yourself! I am paralyzed with fear!
Oh, I can't believe this stupid robot! Come on! Jeez, my ears are really ringing.
That's because you left the volume turned up.
Damn Snatchers.
There is no need for concern. I have stored all the information about the evidence and the area in my memory. We should return to Junker headquarters.
Bastard Metal Gear. You told me to turn up the volume, so I did.